In this video, we're going to talk about updating the account and admin information. We're going to start out in the Contact Information page under Setup. Keeping your contact information up to date is very important. Account ownership is determined solely on the contact email address. This is the email that is authorized to change the password for the admin username. So if this email address is set to someone who no longer works at the company, transferring account ownership in the event of a forgotten password can be a process that can take up to several days. Making sure the CEO name and email are entered on this page is a good way to shorten that process. If your organization doesn't have a CEO, you will want to list whoever may be at the top of the ladder, whether that be a board director, principal, or president. We want to make sure that the person listed is high enough in the organization to authorize access to the account and will not be likely to leave the organization anytime soon. The CEO email is only used for account verification and will not receive any automated emails generated from the system. The company login page, also under Setup, is where you can alter settings related to logging in. You can find your company login, which is a login credential everyone in the company will use. So if you update this, make sure all employees are aware of the change. If you want the login page to be more customized to your company's look, you can upload a logo image here. You can also customize a message to always appear on the login page. The List login page allows any user to enter the company login on the login page, then access a list of all employees, rather than typing out their username. You can determine whether employees are allowed to use List login here. If you have a large number of employees, you may want to add a department dropdown to help filter down to shorter lists of employees. Password settings can be found here. By default, both of these options will be selected. Employees have the ability to change their password from within their account. If an employee forgets their password, they can use the Forgot Password page to have a reset email sent to them, but only if you have entered an email address for them in the Employee Setup page. If you were to uncheck this box, it would turn all ability to reset the password off for the employee. If you were to turn off the second setting, any employee who already has a password set would be required to enter it to log in, but anyone with a blank password could always log in without a password. For an increased level of security, you could set passwords to expire after a certain amount of time, requiring the employee to choose a new password. When employees log in, the system takes them straight to their time card. This setting allows employees to choose a different page to start out on, such as the calendar. Group In Out is not a common need. It creates a new username that, when logged into, will allow all employees to clock in and out from a single page. If you host your own website and want the login page to be a part of your domain, you can use the instructions here for a custom link domain name.